Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians, you're welcome. You're welcome to the show. Today's show is about the declaration made by President Biya in his annual dinner. His annual dinner in the Unity Palace. It is very good when we hear some such utterances from the president of the Republic of La Republique. It's very good for us to come out and explain to the Ambazonian people. Okay, the president Paul Biya, president of the Republic of La Republique, was speaking while receiving his annual New Year, which is from the heads of those diplomatic corps. As we all know, that is normally an annual ceremony that is held every time in the Unity Palace. And you see different people from the diplomatic corps and the national dignitaries. This was held on a Friday. Okay, and President Biya said that in his speech. President Biya said, I quote, "I would like to reiterate here that Cameroon remains committed to the peaceful resolution of conflicts through dialogue and negotiation." I want to emphasize this point. I would like to reiterate here that Cameroon remains committed to the peaceful resolution of conflicts through dialogue and negotiation. Okay, we all know that Biya never mentioned this in his New Year's speech. Okay, he is saying this in front of the diplomatic corps. The diplomatic corps. He's not saying this. He never mentioned this in his New Year's speech. In the New Year's speech, he said the terrorists. Okay, he termed all those. He termed the Ambazonian people terrorists. He said he thanked the military. He thanked the La Republique military for their job well done. He also thanked America for trying to arrest terrorists. That's what he said in his New Year's speech. So it is very important for us to bring some points here that are very vital. Okay. We understand everybody needs peace. Everybody needs peaceful resolution. Everybody wants negotiation. Everybody wants to see dialogue. And that is normally the end point of every conflict. Every conflict must end in the dialogue table or the negotiation table. Okay. It depends on who declares war. It is very easy for the person that declares war to say our troops will come back home. Okay, it's very easy if Biya said I want to end this thing today and call the troops back and they'll go back home, right? It's very easy. But the question people are asking now, why this sudden U-turn? Does he want to flatter the international community? Or what? Because in his New Year's speech, he said he will not discuss anything with the terrorists of the north, the terrorists of the northwest and southwest. Okay, but in front of the diplomatic corps, the tone changed. So everybody is surprised because Biya never mentioned about any dialogue, any peaceful negotiation settlement. Okay, so what we want to emphasize, what I want to emphasize here, okay, Biya was expecting some very, very glamorous welcome in America when he came to the US. He never had that. Remember, Biya never met with Biden. Biya never met with Biden. They sought for audience with even the Secretary of State. They never accepted any of Biya's audience. So that should be clear. But they left America going back home to the Republic and following the people there that they had a victory in America. They had no audience. The only place that Biya made a speech was that his speech that he could not even understand where he was, and people were asking if this guy is demented. Okay, when you cannot understand where you are, you cannot even know who the audience is. Then your mission there is not mission accompli. I saw some foreign newspapers there, they were writing that Biya had a very good time in America. He had the worst time in America because the protest that day was a very successful protest where all the Ambazonians rallied in front of Biya's hotel and they protested until they went also where they had the conference. So it was a huge success and Biya was exposed. Okay, but what we want to understand here is that some Biya's mental health is not good, and most people even doubt if he's the one reading all those things that he's reading. They can just give him a piece of paper that read this thing to these people, because all the diplomatic corps are there. Okay, all the ministers, they will be there now to watch for the New Year's. You see, okay, but does Biya want to have a dialogue or a negotiation really? Because if you want dialogue, you will not abandon an ongoing dialogue like SwissNet negotiation, and you abandon it, then you claim that you want to start another dialogue fresh, and you know that dialogue take years. So if they think that they want to precipitate, because that's the goal of what they are trying to do, buying of time, precipitation of a fast track dialogue, and making it be as if it's a dialogue among Cameroonians. That is the problem. Okay, you cannot say you want dialogue which was international negotiation. Anything international that was recognized by the AU, recognized by the EU, recognized by United Nations, recognized by the United Nations, and the United States, the UK, Canada, all of them put their voice to that Swiss-led negotiation, right? Then you abandon it and instead go and claim that you want a dialogue in Canada. Okay, there are certain events that we have to understand. Okay, certain events that we have to understand. Okay, President Biya is a very smart diplomat. We have to understand that President Biya is a very smart diplomat. We should not be okay. If for 6 years it is now he is coming to know that the conflict has affected people, innocent people, and has a far-reaching consequences on the country's economy, know that it is true. The economy of La Republic is going down the drain. Okay, the diplomatic people have advised them that the longer they drag this conflict, the more the country will go down to drain. Okay, so meeting this diplomatic corps, explaining to them that the country is committed, but the issue is, how committed are you when you don't want to talk with terrorists, as you call them, right? He still emphasizes on that it is incumbent upon every state to take the necessary and useful measures to maintain peace within its borders or with its neighbors. I like that one, with its neighbors. Ambazonians are your neighbors. We are neighbors that we decided to come together to see if the federal system could work, but it was forced on us. It's not working. So why do you force your neighbor to stay with you when you know that your neighbor has his own house? You have your own house. You're going to your neighbor's house, force your neighbor to come and stay with you. How is that not abuse of human rights? Abuse of state boundaries, state recognized boundaries, right? So why did he not include this in his end of year speech? Okay. So everybody, most people are seeing this as a window dressing, because if you want a peaceful negotiation, you would have included this in your speech so that all Cameroonians will hear, not only the few diplomatic people that are in your palace. You go and tell them that you are committed. Then you make no specification for what kind of dialogue. Now, we don't know if this dialogue is about the Boko Haram, or this dialogue concerns the people of Southern Cameroon. Because all along the years, they have been doing all the drama, all the sham, the drama thing that they call national dialogue. They went there and created all those crazy commissions, commission of this, commission of that. It is just unconceivable that you want peace, but you are still killing people. You are there still burning the houses of people. You are there still making sure that the people suffer. Okay, who can really trust this kind of dialogue or this kind of negotiation process? Okay, we know the price of petrol, it's not playing to the favor of the war, right? The parading military trucks and tankers, the trucks and tankers here and there is challenging. The price of the war is a toll on the people of La Republique. Yes, it's swallowing a lot of money from the state coffers. So they are looking for means to fast track the negotiation process. But any negotiation process should follow the normal trend of that process of step by step from one stage to another. You cannot just come one day and see how this is just about 3 months to 5 months that they started the Canada thing. Something is going on in Canada. We don't know. Then they say, oh, we heard one people came out and say we heard of something like a ceasefire, and what? How could you just go to Canada and call some few people there? We don't even know them. We don't know who were there in Canada. We know some few names, but we were not really sure because nobody came out with any statement. Professor Anyangwe came out with some paper statement but he did not sign it. He just said that they need experts. That is good, but we need something that is internationally recognized, because La Republique, we do not trust La Republique. Remember, the reason La Republique left the Switzerland negotiation was that they had the national dialogue and their resolution are already being implemented. Okay, so are they saying that there will be no other dialogue, or that the national dialogue that they were saying is what they want to accomplish? Okay, because as we know, President Biya has been having some issues with himself. He's not himself. He doesn't even know most of the time what he's doing. Okay, how can you put, this is almost 6 years into this war that he declared. He doesn't even know what is going on. Most of the time, these people who call themselves federalists are the one giving him wrong information most of the time. Okay, they will go to Unity Palace and be telling him wrong thing that the war is under control. Somebody like Atanganji will just go and tell Biya that is under control. Those people who have positions there, the prime minister will go and say he organized a meeting with the separatist leaders in Canada. Okay, how are our people, some of these leaders who just, when they call you left, you just go left. They call you right, you just go right. You cannot even take your time and have a joint statement, powerful, something that people can believe in you guys. Have a powerful statement that people can see, okay, this is something going on, all right? Our people need a genuine dialogue. And we should be, I always say this because I don't want anybody, if you know that you are not ready for a genuine dialogue for the people of Southern Cameroon and you want justice for the people of Southern Cameroon, don't just go and join the negotiation team. Don't join it. Don't go and bring yourself problem. Because this is about the blood of the thousands of people that have passed away. If you know that you are not ready to bring justice to the people of Southern Cameroon, don't join the negotiation team. You must not be there. If you are not an expert in certain domain, why are you forcing yourself to be in the negotiation table? It doesn't matter if you are a leader. It doesn't matter if you know that you are a frontline leader, you don't have expertise in negotiation. We need experts. We need experts in this domain. When they discuss about the people of Southern Cameroon issue, it should be something that you know, and you are talking with figures, you are talking with evidence, facts. This is what we want. We don't want people to go and be drinking champagne in we don't want that. We don't want people to go and be eating geisha. We will become an anti-geisha. They probably have their anti-sardina. We have anti-geisha. If you are going there to eat geisha in Canada, don't go there as a leader. You must not be there if you are not an expert. We need people, we need all the foreign leaders to have a joint statement. You cannot go there alone. We don't want one person to go and be talking on behalf of all 8 million Southern Cameroonians. It doesn't work like that. Negotiation is a teamwork. All the frontline leaders have to sit down because this is serious business. This is not about you don't like this person, you don't like this person, this one you don't want to talk with this. That has nothing to do with negotiation. So be very careful. There is no one leader that can go and speak on behalf of all Ambazonian people. Lies. No one leader can do that because that is just another way of go and selling us. All the frontline leaders that we know that have been in this struggle, we know them. So nobody can just sprung up from nowhere now and say, I'm a leader. No. We know people that have been there in the struggle. We know those leaders that have been there in the struggle from 2016 or before that. So those are people that have to sit. They make a draft strategy. Okay? We know that the international community does not want anything like precondition. We will not want to put any precondition. La Republic should not put preconditions too. Okay? The federalists should stay out of anything Southern Cameroonian. Because someone like Munzo who does not even accept that there is Ambazonia. He says he's Southern Cameroon. What is that? So what's the difference? What's the difference of the name and the territory that is still Southern Cameroon? He says he doesn't recognize Ambazonia. He recognizes by the Southern Cameroon, former Southern Cameroon. This is in the northwest and south. What's all that for? Instead of you, the federalists, defending your people, you are defending the enemy. Then you want federation. You who want federation, instead of helping your people to say we want federation, you are helping the enemy against your own people. The Padia Sangas, the Fundis, those are people who are there claiming that they want federation. And they are the one backstabbing our people. Because any move, like this kind of move now, they'll run now like, I saw Frundi in the Unity Palace. He was drinking his champagne there. They'll be the one now to go and tell Biya, don't go and talk with those terrorists. Don't discuss with terrorists. Don't talk with this. Don't talk with that. Why should you be the stumbling block of your own people's life? Most of these people who call themselves federalists, they are just pretending to be federalists. Because real federalists will stand for the people and say, we want federation. Okay? But you who say you are a federalist, but you are the highest stumbling block when you have not even gotten your own federation? Had it been you had maybe the Southern Cameroon and La Republic was already a federation, then we would have said, okay, you say you want to maintain your federal system. That would be understandable, right? But these guys are the ones that are instead fighting. All these people, like the my country people, all those guys, they are the ones instead the worst enemies to the struggle. If they claim to be federalists, why are you fighting against your own people? It baffles me because I don't understand. Okay, the rally that we had here in Washington D.C. was a very successful rally. Most of the leaders were there, right? And President Chris Ano has promised a grand rally. Okay, all Ambazonian grand rally will be held in May. It's a May of this same year, 2023. It will be a grand rally. Yes, where Amazonians will come from all over the US. And some people will come from abroad. So that rally will be a grand one. So we have one mission. People of Southern Cameroon, we have one mission. Whatever things happens, whether negotiation or no negotiation, whether Biya say he want to dialogue, whether Biya say he doesn't want to dialogue, it has nothing to do with us. He knows, he has been mentioning that time and again, that the Biya was the capital of Southern Cameroon. If he wants to restore, we have one mission to restore our statehood. That Biya himself knows. He knows how he and Aijo manipulated the people of Southern Cameroon until they canceled the federal system. Then they went to United Republic. Then from United now it comes to La Republic. So now our identity is gone. We don't have any identity because in La Republic they don't recognize anybody like Southern Cameroonian. They don't recognize anybody like Ambazonians. Okay? They call you terrorists. So for how long will you be called terrorists? For how long will you be called gangster? Kingpin? They call you all kinds of names. But your identity, they know, Biya know very well that the people of Southern Cameroon had their own identity. They had their own institutions that they did not respect because they wanted to assimilate the people of Southern Cameroon. So, who is saying the contrary now? Okay, the people of Southern Cameroon, the people who claim to be federalists, are the ones who want the status quo to remain like that, because they are. Someone like Munzo was given a United Nations job. You see, so that thing has made him. He is a number one denier of genocide now, like this. I heard one of his audio the other day. He was talking about that. How can you deny that there is no genocide in Amazonia against your own people? You are arguing that there must be a just cause to prove with reasonable doubt if there was a mass killing or what. I don't know what he's trying to justify. They have already killed your people. They are still killing your people. You are trying to justify being the devil's advocate. I know he's a lawyer, but yes, you can do that. But you are a lawyer. You should be a lawyer for your people. You cannot be a lawyer against your people, right? So it just baffles me why you will be there. Biya has already committed his crime. Biya is a genocide. The whole world know him as a criminal. The whole world know him as a dictator. You cannot be going to defend him. Oh, he's not a dictator, or he's not a genocidal killer. For the past 6 years, your people have been pounded. Your people have been in prison. Your people are still in refugee camps. All you know is to start arguing that there's no genocide when your people are still in jail. Your people are still in refugee camp. These people are really funny. What kind of justification can you give? What kind of justification? Your people are still suffering. There is still ongoing war. Your country, your people are still under military occupation. President Biya has declared Cameroon, La Republic, as a military state. You cannot deny that. It's a military state. Because what will tell you, how will you go and be judging civilians? Like the Naira 10, they went and judged them in a military tribunal, in a military court. I've never seen that. The military judged the military people in the military court. America, here, you will never see a civilian being judged in a military court. How? The military will judge their military employees who commit crimes in their military court. That's for military people. But see what Pobia is doing in Cameroon. They passed what they call the terrorism law. The terrorism law, that law was just against the people of Southern Cameroon. Terrorism law. The law is just that anybody that want to rise up against the state, you will be given life imprisonment. Like what they've given to Ayok Tabe and the Naira 10. They have been given life imprisonment. But despite the international community asking the government of La Republic, release those people. Release those people. Those people are innocent. Those people are political activists. They have no crimes. Their only crime is to air out their grievances. Why should you put them in prison? The same judgment that the international community passed, the United Nations Commission on Human Rights and Arbitrary Arrest, passed that judgment. The Nigerian court also did the same thing. But has probably accepted to that? No. So that's why I say anything that comes from that country, that government, that president, don't take it serious. I just want you to be clear with that. Because for the past 6 years, they have been killing our people. Thousands of our people are in jail now as we speak. Thousands of our people are in refugee camps. Thousands of our people have been internally displaced. So anything that Biya is saying, ask yourself, what is the audience that he's talking to? He's talking to the international community, the international corps, the diplomatic corps. He wants to please them. He's a politician. He wants to please that audience. It's a small audience, about 200 people. You want to please them. So that's what we are trying to say here. So be very careful. Those people who are passing, Biya has finally accepted dialogue. Biya have said this. Biya said that, he is just under pressure. Okay? He's under pressure from within and from without. Okay? I don't think what he's saying now is of his own likeness. It's just a pressure he had from the United States. Remember, Biya was not given an audience, so people should not make mistake that Biya had a good time in the US or Biya this. Lies. Biya never had a good time here. He sought audience with Biden. He wasn't given audience. He wasn't given audience in the United States. So people should not get that confused. Okay? And even the activists that they said they have arrested, they have no case. They have thrown that case out of court. It's a useless case. You just go and people are trying to fight for their self-defense, self-right. You go and say they should arrest them, that they are terrorists. What? You are there in somebody's land. You are killing the people. You are putting the people under stress. You are putting the people under all kinds of torture. But you are calling them terrorists. Who is a terrorist? Who is a terrorist? Somebody comes to your land, kill your people, burn the houses, burn the villages. More than 500 homes have been burned. kill your people. How many hundred people have been killed? How many people are still in jail as we speak now? How many of your people are in refugee camps? Who is a terrorist? If you don't have the guts to call a republic government terrorist, then you are not honest to yourself. Someone like Dr. Munzo, if he is not honest to himself that regime of Biya is the terrorist regime, then you prefer to call other people terrorists. Who is a terrorist? Give us a simple definition of a terrorist. Even a class 7 child will know who is a terrorist. The bullies, even in primary school, we have bullies. Those are terrorists. You terrorize other people. We should be very careful the way we do things. We are people who have leaders. Ambazonians have their leaders. They are ready to negotiate. They are ready to discuss. But once the Republic government is trying to play those games, we are a very wise generation. Our parents made a lot of mistakes. We don't want to go back to the things of Fumban and all those things. They made those mistakes, but we don't want to do the same thing. La Republic should understand that. Most of the leaders in La Republic now are very old people. Those people they still have that headmaster sense back in the days. That their standard sense. That's what they have. We understand what an international negotiation should be. There must be a mediator. You can go round and round, go up and down, east, south, west. If any negotiation does not have those ingredients to be an internationally led negotiation, recognized by the international bodies, it is not an internationally led negotiation. You cannot sugarcoat it. There is no other term that you can call anything that you're trying to do. Like what they had there, they called national dialogue. It ended, in a fiasco, right? Because it was a national dialogue. This crisis is not about national crisis. This is not a civil war. This is not about Northwest and South as they are trying to make it. Yeah. This is about two countries. Two countries. It should be clear. Two countries have issues. How can you resolve a problem between two countries? It's only by internationally led negotiation process. So La Republic can go and meet whoever they want. They can go left, go and meet one or two guys called themselves leaders. They can go and do all those things. It's still waste of time. Waste of time, waste of money, waste of their resources. Right? Go to the normal process. Okay? International governments are there ready. They know. Like Switzerland was a very good party. Switzerland was the one that negotiated the peace process between Sudan and South Sudan. Switzerland is a mature country. They know what is a peace-led negotiation, and they know how to be a mediator of this kind of magnitude. So we should not be beating about the bush. Whatever La Republic is trying to do, whatever Biya says, good and fine. They have the yam and the knife. They have the bread and the knife. They can cut it how they want. You declare war on our people in 2017. You put your military in all over Ambazonia. You burn the houses of our people. Our people were displaced. You have arrested more than thousands of our people now in your bunkers. You have the knife. If you want to end it, fine and good. If you want to leave it that way, we are ready. Our people are ready. Yes. You saw the Monday ghost town. The Monday ghost town was the best ghost town I've ever seen. This last Monday. So that is our own form of peaceful resistance. The civilians are telling you that you don't control them. Yes, any country that there is every Monday there's a ghost town. Know that those people there don't want you people there. They are passing a message to you people. The people of Southern Cameroon are passing a message. Please leave our land. Once they are telling you, the ghost town alone is a symbol of the civilian resistance. Ghost town remains the symbol of our resistance, and that one is just telling Biya that whatever you are doing, whatever you do, you go left, trying to manipulate, trying to go and bribe this, go do, put this money here, it's not working. It's not working. So negotiation is the end point, and negotiation should not be fast-tracked. We don't want that kind of negotiation. If you know what is a negotiation, you know that negotiation should follow a due process negotiation. Anything that is out of that periphery will not sound well to the people of Ambazonia. Will not sound well. So while a crisis is going on, whether they start the dialogue, like the Swiss-led negotiation was going on, nobody ever say there will be a ceasefire. No. A ceasefire will only be an international ceasefire. International ceasefire means that the United Nations will come and put what we call a buffer zone. A buffer zone means that they will occupy Southern Cameroon. All the Liberal military will go back to La Republic. While the negotiation is going on, they will go back. But ceasefire does not mean that people will drop down their material. Nobody is dropping anything, because La Republic are never to be trusted. So ceasefire can just be for that temporary ceasefire, but it has nothing to do with stopping the process to maintain that restoration of our statehood. That has nothing to do with that. So people should not confuse. I saw some people went to Canada, whether they said there was a ceasefire. I don't understand. Remember the other time they declared ceasefire? The other ceasefire that they declared last time was about the COVID ceasefire. La Republic, who is the one that has to start the ceasefire process. If they call ceasefire today, La Republic is the occupier. See, they want to ceasefire and ask the people to leave. Our people are in their land. You cannot ask our people to ceasefire and go to where? They who came and occupy. The occupier is the one who has to ceasefire and move. Okay, then they can come back when they want again. But when they say ceasefire, is the occupier that has to leave. Our people cannot leave. Yes, ceasefire is a cessation of hostility. It has nothing to do with dropping your arms. No, they say cessation. It means stop fighting. Okay, maybe two people are fighting, then somebody comes, say, hey, please separate them. When you separate those two people, then you put now among them what we call the United Nations peacekeepers. That is when the United Nations peacekeeper will come. Okay, but ceasefire too has different form of reason why they are ceasing fire. Like last one you saw was about COVID. The La Republic did not respect it. Instead, they use it and they start using the attacking. They were still burning villages. You see, so ceasefire can be maybe humanitarian purpose. Maybe the United Nations can send a well-head organization, or the medicine, the Doctors Without Borders. They can come and give our people medication. Good and fine. Okay, there will be cessation of hostility within that period. That's how they call ceasefire. So ceasefire is not an end to the crisis. No. Okay. Then ceasefire too can still be during a certain period of negotiation. Here they can say, okay, cessation of hostility, but it has nothing to do with ending of the crisis. Okay. It can be maybe some other issue, maybe school, like school want to resume, they want children to go to school, right? They can bring the United Nations body like UNICEF. UNICEF is in charge of schools. They want to distribute some materials for the students. for the peoples. That is how it happens. But now that La Republic should not use that as an excuse to send the flyer that they were sending in a Bamenda. They say Biya has sent olive branch. For what olive branch? Olive branch, he should declare on the national TV. Anything that Biya want to do, he should be on the national TV. Like his end of year speech, he never mentioned anything of olive branch. But the same flyer, they were asking people to send flyer. Oh, the government of La Republic is in negotiation with the front line, with the leaders of the secession or whatever. How is that official? Or how can you go and send people to send up? Then your military is still in our land, still doing the same thing that they have been doing for the past 6 years. How do you trust that kind of communique, or how do you trust that kind of engagement? So anything that we are doing, any leader that you're going to join the team of negotiators, please do Ambazonians a favor. Do Ambazonians a favor. If you know that you are not an expert in a particular domain, that you can help the people of Ambazonia in the negotiation process, don't join the team. Don't join the team. We don't want the mistakes in the past to repeat itself. If you know that you are a frontline leader, you want to join the team, you have expertise in a certain domain, good and fine, you can join the team. Or if you know that you don't have expertise in any of those domains that they want, please send a representative, send someone on your behalf who is an expert. Negotiation is something that takes time, that takes months and years. Okay, so anything that La Republic tried to do to push this negotiation to match their political agenda in La Republic, we will not accept that. We don't care the power transfer in La Republic. That has nothing to do with us, because our people are not even mentioned in anything there. They are trying to put Frank Biya or whatever is who, whatever they want to put there. That's their problem. They should not involve us in that their thing there, Yaoundé. Yes, they should not put. So any negotiation should be as normal procedure is taking place. Don't rush things. Then you know this is not a rushing process. We have to make sure that everything in Ambazonia is accounted for, because negotiation is not only about going to talk that ceasefire. Ceasefire for what? There must be a procedure of negotiation. Okay, that rapport, that peace building process is a whole process. It's not just going, because they have to make sure that there are peacekeepers in southern Cameroon to protect the people, while the investigators are going down there and try to see what has happened there. They will come now with their findings. Okay, that is what we call negotiation. Negotiation is a process. It's not a one-day thing. It's not a one-month thing. It's not a one-year thing. So leaders should not rush to conclusions, to things that people live. This involves lives of people. Thousands and hundreds and millions of Ambazonians are being affected now. So anybody going on the behalf of the people of Southern Cameroon, please don't let your name be in the books of those people who made Southern Cameroon people suffer. If you know that you are not someone who is competent in a particular domain, don't go and force yourself in a negotiation process, because the people of Southern Cameroon will hold you accountable, because you put yourself there. If you claim to be an expert, if you claim to be somebody who knows something, good and fine, but know that tomorrow you have to give account to the people of Southern Cameroon. This has nothing to. This is not an individual thing. We don't hate no leader. We don't hate no frontline leader. We want a peaceful settlement and negotiation process. But our people have to have justice. Justice means that everything that our people have lost, they must be compensated. The families that have lost people, they must be compensated. The families that have lost homes, they must be compensated. The leaders, the people that are in jail today, they must be compensated for the wrongful imprisonment that they are going through there now. The refugees, they must be resettled. These are all things that we have to start thinking. Okay? All the contracts that have been signed with between La Republic and those companies in Southern Cameroon will be annulled. Will sign fresh contracts. All those our people that have been displaced must be brought back to Southern Cameroon and resettled. This is what we talk about negotiation. Negotiation is not going to sit one day and just write nonsense papers and come and read to. That's not negotiation. Negotiation has to deal with everything and the future of the people of Southern Cameroon. So that is very important, and we should make sure that this is what happens. Because if you want to ask just one question now, the question you ask, why did La Republic abandon the Swiss-led negotiation? Because it was going as a genuine process, and they did not want to be held accountable. They saw the Swiss process as too genuine. Okay? Because the Swiss government has experience in being a mediator. So the Switzerland is not a new mediator. There are many conflicts that have been resolved by Switzerland. So, we have to understand that the Switzerland Foreign Ministry was the one in charge of that negotiation. Most of the other leaders who were skeptical about the Switzerland negotiation, their own issue was about the commitment of La Republic. That was number one thing that they were concerned about. Now, we want to see full commitment of La Republic in any other negotiation process, because that is what we want. La Republic must be held to account. All crimes that they have committed in Ambazonia, they declared war. Our people cannot be held to account when someone will come to your land, declare war on you, and the person want the international community to instead punish you. I've never seen that before. Someone come to your house and attack you, kill your family, kill your house, burn your things, then the police will come and say that they should punish you instead. Justice is something, it's very simple. If you are in your house, someone come and attack you, whatever you do in your house is your right of self-defense. If you can kill that man that come to your house, you have no case, because you are in your house, somebody come and attack you. Then they are saying crimes on both sides. What crime on both sides? Somebody is coming to kill your people, burn your houses. Then people will be saying that the crime on both sides. The what crime? Self-defense is a human right. It has nothing to do with. It's the same thing. If somebody attacks you, whether be your house or whether you're outside, whether you're aware, if you have a means to defend yourself, that is your right. Because you cannot allow that person to kill you. Your life is a threat. That is your own right to defend yourself in whatever capacity you can. If not, that person will kill you. Okay. Our case is not different from other countries. We want to make the international community know that they should have the same standard of the treatment that they are giving to Ukraine with the treatment that they should be giving to other countries fighting for their own right. We see the international community giving all kinds of support to Ukraine. They are giving military support, moral support, financial support, everything to Ukraine to fight against Russia. We want the same treatment. We thank the American government for giving the people of Southern Cameroon the TPS. We thank the other regime of Trump of giving our people of giving visa ban to those people in La Republic. Most of them were giving visa ban, right? We also thank the American Senate for passing the resolution on having the negotiation without precondition. Many, even AU, African Union has passed their own resolution on this. EU has also passed their own resolution on the government of Cameroon to go to dialogue with the people of Southern Cameroon without preconditions. Without preconditions. So it is not new, or it is not upon us. Okay? The burden of proof is not on us. The burden of proof is on La Republic. If you claim somebody's land, you claim that this land belongs to you, come and prove it. It's on you to prove. That's the person is already living in his house, in his land. He has his thing there. You are coming to say it's your land. Proof. So the burden of proof is on them. Okay? It's the same thing with the Bakassi Peninsula thing, right? La Republic and Nigeria, they were there fighting. They went to International Court of Justice, the ICJ. The ICJ asked them one question. That is the one question that settled the dispute. They asked them that during your time of independence, was Bakassi part of Nigeria or Cameroon? They said no. They said, then why are you fighting the land? If Bakassi was not part of Nigeria at the time of your independence, Bakassi was not part of Cameroon at the time of your independence, so why are you fighting the land? So the land is not yours. So please leave the land for the people of Southern Cameroon who has a land at time of independence. Bakassi was Southern Cameroon land. It was not Nigeria land. It was not La Republic land. It's as simple as that. So the burden of proof lies on La Republic. That's why they are trying to look for shortcuts. Okay? No amount of shortcuts to negotiation process will ever win anything, because the international community know that this is not a local thing. It's an international crime, international war between two countries. So Lafori want to make it like a national thing, like they did a national dialogue there. It did not work, right? They went and manipulated the special status thing. It did not work. So anything you're doing that does not go in line with what the international community has put it, without precondition, any dialogue, any negotiation process, La Republic should come as an equal party to the people of Southern Cameroon. It's a case between the people of Ambazonians, Southern Cameroon, versus the people of La Republic government. It's between two countries. It has nothing to do with whatever they are trying to paint. They can paint, sugarcane it, whatever they want to call it, whatever they want. But this is 6 years going to 7. This October will make 7 years that we are fighting. So if they want to keep it like that, good and fine. Our people will never give up. Never. Because we have one mission: the recognition and the restoration of our statehood. Thank you very much for watching. And God bless you all. Please hit the subscribe button for more shows. Thank you for watching.